Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Ruckus Wrestling. I almost said Rev Sports Wrap It Up. It's when you host about 4 different shows on this thing, you tend to blend together. But no, we're talking about wrestling today. I am Josh, alongside my tag team partner in this journey, Justin Toner. How are we doing today, sir?
I'm glad this week is over, and because it's the start of a 4-day weekend, because I got some time off for the holiday. So I don't have to be back to work until Tuesday next week.
That's good. So you can soak in the potential new crowning of Kendall Gray being NXT Women's Champion over the weekend, right? That's with the fingers crossed. Okay. But
if she doesn't win, I'm gonna be very unhappy on the level you were when like Roxanne lost the title.
You might not like it.
Don't invoke that. Don't invoke that on me.
We'll get to NXT obviously at the end of our show, as we always do to close it out. But a couple of nuggets. One, I know we didn't actually put it on the card or the rundown, but I believe we're going to have 14 matches total at WrestleMania. Be 7-7 is what they're saying. Hopefully they stick with that, because I think that is a solid match number for each night.
Yes.
So that is the wrestling type of shows that we want. Obviously, AEW does that, but every match is like 30 minutes, which is fine to some people, and sometimes it's too long. But I think right now that is what we wanted, because that's what Evolution was. And the way they booked that out, and each match got enough time to do what they need to do, but didn't overstay its welcome. That's why we really liked Evolution. And I believe if they do this correctly, now we'll get to the build here when we talk about when we go into SmackDown and Raw, especially Raw, with how the booking is gone. But so far, I like that we're getting 7-7, 14 matches total.
Right now, we're officially at 12 matches, 6 on each night. It looks like, I think the next two, it looks like we'll talk about it, they're setting up a 6-man from Raw, and the other match from SmackDown should hopefully be Tiffany Stratton for the women's US title.
Right. And
I think that will pretty much cover all the, although we could also get, instead though, we could get Io versus Asuka.
Yeah, I think we're going to get Io Asuka, because that the Julia Tiffany, even though it was a non-title match, it still was a basic match. There wasn't a whole lot of stuff that went on.
We'll see. Maybe they might go more than 7 each. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. Hey, Caden, welcome in. Everybody trickle on in. But a couple nuggets. Hey, guess what? Turns out Chris Jericho was never looking at WWE. That was never a thing. He's back on AEW, and everyone came out and said, WWE has come out and said that we're not expecting to bring Chris Jericho in, if ever. Which never
did. That's a lot of bullshit. I think.
Never say never, but either AEW struck a deal to keep Jericho there.
I don't think so. I think he's just writing out the rest of his contract, because the word is that his contract was apparently frozen during his time off. So because if he had signed a new deal, that would have been leaked out already. So
gotcha.
I think he's just completing his current contractual obligations.
Maybe.
And after that, who knows?
We'll see. We shall see. And the other news, Bron Breakker is apparently cleared, but they didn't want to push it. So that's why we're getting Seth and Gunther, which we'll talk to you about Raw. I'd rather than be safe than sorry, because, we pivot and get Seth and Gunther. I'm not mad about it. The build sucks. I'll get into
right.
Well, think about it. But as far as just, if you're going to not push Breakker and overdo it, especially hernia, like that could re-aggravate.
Yes.
So
it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, because you've got a long.
Don't try to push him to be ready if he's not 100%.
Yeah, you've got a big investment in Bron Breakker, and long term, like many years down the road. You don't want to RG3 him. Basically.
No, fuck no.
And that. So I as much as I would rather, and the story said for it to be Breakker and Seth, I'm okay with it. I'm not happy about it, but I'm okay with it. Yeah, it's just better to recover completely instead of being rushed back, and you can go in.
Right, exactly. It's better.
The fact that Rey Mysterio was hurt, so they had to do this.
Trying to get my.
You're good. You're good. So yeah,
there we go.
But yeah, you're better be safe than sorry. And like I said, you're better for at least they had a solid ass pivot to go to. So with that, because that match is gonna cook anyway. So I'm okay with that. We are 2 weeks away, and for y'all, we are planning on having obviously another guest on here to run down the WrestleMania card. For those who don't know, who are tuning in, thank you for joining us. Like, subscribe, ring the doorbell, join us on the Discord. It's free to join. Links down below. But we always basically do, going into WrestleMania, we just run through the card and we do a preview. We've had a couple of people over at Finstock Sports Network to join us, and it looks like we might be having one of them on as well for that night. So we basically just go we go match by match. We talk about the builds. We talk and obviously think about who's going to win, how the match is going to go. It's a good, fun time. But it's a different type of show that we do, but we do it once a year, and it's always fun when we do it. So just so y'all know, if you're tuning in 2 weeks from now, wondering what's going on at AEW, they're doing fine. But it's probably not going to be. It's going to be very WrestleMania card heavy,
which makes me more glad that Stand and Deliver is this weekend standing on its own.
Right, because we would have to go. And they deserve our attention.
Yes.
For that.
NXT deserves its attention.
Yeah. For that. But yeah, for those who don't, also kind of going into, do you want to say the Astro Speed stuff that happened today for after Raw, when we go into Raw, since it's kind of matriculating from that?
Yeah,
Okay.
Let's see. So there was a little bit of news kerfuffle about another unfortunate negative fan encounter that a wrestler went through, and it happened to Stephanie McCurr that she posted about on social media. And I think the wrestlers are really getting tired of this shit. It's like, it's like these like entitled fans, and she admitted, hey, I wasn't having the best day. It was my birthday. It's like, but they did give the, that guy the right to basically, like harass her like that,
right?
Especially verbally. So
there was a video today of people like basically like Oba was just ignoring them, and rolled up his window, didn't even notice their existence, and just went. And a lot of times, they're people. They're not douchebags. They're not seeking security guards because you looked at them wrong. Right. As other celebrities have gotten in the news about and gotten scrutiny for, there's a time and a place for it. Okay. When you're standing outside, like you see it, someone cut a video, people standing outside as they do all the time at the entrance of the arena. And either the wrestlers come over and hang out with them, take pictures, sign autographs, or they go right in or acknowledge it and just wave to them. But it's not like the Ultimate Warrior situation. For those who don't know, there was a thing. Their Ultimate Warrior basically was being a super douchebag to this little kid. Vince McMahon wanted him to issue an apology, and he still didn't really want to do that either. There's a behind the scenes stuff of him and Vince like arguing back and forth about it. That's different than you stalking a wrestler and saying that they're terrible because they don't appreciate their fans. There's a level which you don't cross. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. Just think smart about it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, we've replaced our different wrestlers. Like Rhea Ripley's had like more than one.
Yeah. That famous, that one video of her in the airport and Kevin Owens like walks by her and just like, you okay? And she's like, yeah. And he keeps going. Of him just checking in on her. And obviously, yeah, Rhea, I remember one time people were just flooding around Rey Mysterio at one point in the airport, and it's just like, all right, guys, come on, what are we doing here? So yeah, it's just, and people just stalking airports. It's like, come on.
Yeah, they're just trying to get the autograph so that they can sell that shit and make money. It's
right. I mean, I've said this story a bunch of times. I met Nia Jax in downtown Nashville. She was in line to go into a bar. I was going up there. I said, "Hey, you're awesome," and it so happens that I was also in line with her, and we just shot the breeze and stuff like that. It was great. But it's just a typical interaction. I'm not sitting here trying to ask her for 7,000 pictures and want 7,000 autographs. I didn't even know she was in town. That's where I live. I was downtown. We had a great interaction. So that's why I'm always tip of the cap in support of Nia. I will still say if it's a bad match or not, because as a wrestling fan and part of the show, we will be critical and criticism is deserved. But to sit there and say that Nia Jax isn't awesome, I will always fully be behind her because it was great. It was great. Just fun.
Yeah, you're just being nice and not trying to be like, hey, can I get a selfie or hey, can I get an autograph?
Yeah. And Sheamus has like this is his main, like obviously he's front, but this is where he lives. Like he fully is within Nashville. I've seen him around, but I don't ever approach him. So he's hard to miss, but
yeah, I'm sure.
But it's not just because of his his ginger skin. It's literally he's a huge dude and he's got big spiky red hair. So it's just like,
it's like, come on, people, do better. Be better human beings.
Yeah, be better.
One other cute thing also related to Stephanie I saw is Miles Bourne was interviewed by Denise Salcedo ahead of Stand and Deliver, and he told the story about how him and Stephanie Breakker ended up dating, and he said that when they first met backstage, there was definitely like an attraction. But he was like very shy and nervous and like actively, he was trying to get the courage up to ask her out. But but at the same time, he kept avoiding her. Like he like purposely like didn't go into catering and eat because he didn't want to see her because he didn't have the courage to ask her out. And Stephanie finally figured out and texted him and said, "Let's go out on a date. Let's go have dinner." And then that was it.
Yeah.
So, she asked him out.
Yeah. Some of the comments were saying that he basically cheated on his wife with Stephanie, and I'm like, I don't know any of that. The interaction seemed cool as hell, and I'm not gonna poo-poo on a parade on all that. I'm not digging into that stuff. All I know is that's awesome. It looks like Miles Bourne. Every time you see Miles Bourne and Stephanie, they look great together, and I'm happy for them. So, and plus Stephanie, I'm glad that she found someone that she can lean on to, especially being away from Chile and her family and stuff like that. You need something.
Yeah, and also because she had a very was in a very unhealthy and abusive relationship with a wrestler down in Mexico who ended up going to in jail. So I was glad that she's found someone that she can be happy with. They're very cute together too. It's like I've seen a lot of their posts about each other. It's like and they're very supportive of her. Stephanie was backstage at NXT the night Miles won the North American title from Ethan Page to congratulate him, to be there for him. So
wasn't Oba there too? Didn't I see when he was backstage? Oba was there.
I think Oba was there too. Yeah, because there was he put out a video showing Stephanie and other people congratulating him backstage after the show was over. So
it's good stuff there.
Like, so remember, guys, don't be afraid to ask her out. But you're very lucky, man, Miles, that Stephanie Breakker decided to make the first move. I mean, she really liked you.
She approached you. So there you go. But any other news nuggets before we get into SmackDown?
No, let's get to it.
All right, let's get into SmackDown. I'm actually going to play the Raw one because the SmackDown song sounds more like Oba. So we're gonna switch it up here again. All right, on SmackDown, Randy Orton opens the show about getting title number 15. This brought out Matt Cardona, who hit Randy with a microphone. Randy moved out to the outside of the ring, and Cardona was yelling at him to end the segment. The Bella Twins defeated Charlotte and Alexa thanks to Lash Legends interference. The champs laid out the teams, was brought out Bailey and Lyra for the save. Aldis told Sammy there wasn't room on the WrestleMania card, and then he punched Trick before storming off. Orton wants a match with Cardona. Then Rhea Ripley defeated B-Fab by a disqualification. Jelly Roll defeated Kit Wilson because Wilson was cursed. Sami Zayn defeated Carmelo Hayes to win the U.S. Championship. We will get into that one. I think me and Justin have the same thoughts. Aldis booked an unsanctioned match between Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. Julia defeated Tiffany Stratton with little interference with Kiana James. And in the main event, Randy Orton defeated Matt Cardona. After the match, Cody is seen showing up. He took forever to get to the ring. Then once he did, Randy and him had a pull-apart brawl. Jelly Roll came out to try and cool everyone's jets, and then caught an RKO to close out the show. So do you want to get into the Carmelo thing, or want to talk about the rest of it?
Let's talk about it first, because yes, this wasn't SmackDown. This was mostly a shit down show.
Jelly Roll was all over the place. I was going to call it like Jelly Down or
really.
Roll.
Yeah, it was just bad. It's like okay. On the upside, once again, Mello and Sami Zayn have a banger match.
Oh, that match was awesome.
I had a bad feeling, and unfortunately, him winning the U.S. title was spilled out as a spoiler before the show started. So I already heard about this, and I was just like, "Oh, damn it!" So I wasn't very happy about this at first, about the finish. Because if you're going to do Sami and Trick at Mania, they've been building that for a while. Why do you need to add a title into the picture? Because now it looks like Melo's on the outside looking in, which is fucking ridiculous because of the hard work that motherfucker has put in being the U.S. champion to get over to the point where he is really over right now with the fans. And you take the title off of him before Mania, it's like, so I really hope, because Trick stuck his nose in the match, and that caused Mello to lose the title to Sami. He better be protesting and get inserted in this match as to make it a triple threat, or else this is gonna make a fucking bullshit for him to be left off the Mania card after the hard work he's put in this last couple months.
But Melo's he earned this WrestleMania spot.
Right.
But the thing is, the story you were telling was Sami and Trick. And to go with you, this just tells me they were never planning on Melo being on the card, which means that your United States champion is going to be left off the card. I know your tag team champions are going to be left off the WrestleMania cards, which in itself is BS. But you couldn't not have your United States champion not be on the card when he's been showing out, night in, night out.
Mm-hmm.
So Sami needed a match. It's just the way it led up to it, where Sami was going after he was in the main event scene the whole time. And then I guess with the story of you're not on the WrestleMania card, all right, I'll win the United States Championship just to get on the card. I guess
he didn't look clean. He won it because Trick stuck his nose in the whole thing.
Right. So hopefully they will put Melo, because he's by far deserves it. And this is the most over Melo has been since he made the main roster.
Right.
And that's no hate to Sami. No, this is not Sami's fault.
Yeah, exactly. We're not hating on Sami. It's like we're hating on the booking.
Yeah. And plus, Sami was left off the WrestleMania card last year. Like, you can't leave Sami Zayn off of 2 WrestleManias in a row.
Right.
Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's just the booking. And
I just feel like it's like Sami versus Trick didn't need the title.
It didn't. But I understand why they put but does it hurt worse? Like, what's worse? Having Melo do banger after banger matches and still leaving the United States champion off of the WrestleMania card?
I don't remember him having a match. I don't remember having a match this year. I mean, I can double check just to be sure. I mean, it was like,
no, Sami Zayn was not on the card last year. That's what I've watched enough shows be like Sami wasn't on it.
I'm double checking the card from last year.
If he was, then sure, hand up. I'll be wrong. I don't care. But I thought he wasn't on the card last year.
I'm looking, and no, he was not on Mania last year.
Yeah. So that's another thing is like you can't leave Sammy 2 years in a row off the card. You just can't.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So they were they booked themselves in a BS situation.
So I really hope they rectify this by making a triple threat with Mel involved, because he deserves to be on the fucking card.
Yeah, he does.
We still got 2 weeks, so it's like we just it'll be very interesting to see what happens on SmackDown, because Carmelo better be like, yo, Aldis, I got fucking screwed on my title last week by Trick Williams. What the fuck?
For sure. It needs to be. But also, shout out to Trick Williams. He's been doing awesome work.
He's killing it. He's
killing it, and he's not just like killing it on the shows. He's doing really well in the media circuit.
Yeah,
which bodes well for his future.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's on ES. He's on First.
They know. That's why
they know what they've got in Mello.
Yeah.
I mean, but they know they got Mello and Trick, but they're just not doing Mello. They're doing Mello disservice.
Right.
With that. So, I mean, because if you're asking me like the best in-ring worker, obviously I'm going to take Mello over
He's
Trick.
He's been one of the MVPs and saving graces of SmackDown for the last couple months.
Him and Ilya are just
ridiculous. They just can't have bad matches.
No, they can't. And, I mean, it goes all the way back to...
Unless it's someone who's just like completely horrible.
Right. But no, I mean... And then... Tama, how many weeks we're just going to have Tama and Shinsuke Nakamura have some weird
And I thought he was going to be going after Mel for a title, and it's like they seem to have thrown that out the window, and now it's all about like him having issues with the rest of the NFTs, and Nakamura basically whispering in his ear saying, why don't you get the fuck out of there?
Right. I'm just at the and it's just, I get it, but it's just lazy booking with the tag team division with the women. They deserve the Fatal 4-Way. I'm glad we got the Fatal 4-Way. I wish it was a ladder match. But it just seemed 50-50 booking for the past 2 weeks.
Right. It was so obvious where they were going, but I hope we get a good match out of this, because the other ladies are going to have to carry a little, because the Bellas are like not on the same level as the other 6 women in this match.
And we knew that. That. But the popularity of the Bellas is
right. Exactly. It's like this land. Yeah. It's like that feud. The feud just needs to go away.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's not going to be on Mania.
I applaud Jelly Roll for putting his heart and soul to everything that he's trying to do. We know he's limited.
And the fans are really excited for him being in the ring against Kit Wilson. They were into that match. He was over.
Yeah. It's just, why did you have to have him everywhere on this show when he didn't need to be?
Yeah, but I think JD Durk, the other hand, is like, as soon as AEW announced that they're having women's tag titles, W is like, well, we got to make sure that our women's tag division is better.
Yeah. So, but they can't have multiple good tag divisions. They can only have one good tag division at a time.
They're focused on the women's tag, and the men's tag is on both shows is being left by the wayside. It's like the sad fact that we got Damian Priest and R-Truth as the tag champions when they're not like a regular team. When you got badass teams like the Machine Guns and Fraxium, it's like, what the fuck, man? Street Profits have been on the shelf in catering for months with no creative.
They were training in the dungeon. I saw that post by Natty.
So was Tatanka.
Yeah, I was like, I double looked. I was like, is that Tatanka? Whatever, man. Whatever.
Yeah. I heard that it's like I think his sons are like getting into wrestling business. I think it sounds like he sounded like that they may end up in WWE. It's like they're I heard that WWE's high on them. It's like Tonka's boys sound like they're pretty good.
Yeah. And Swerve was there.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, we can time touch on this. We don't know. I hope they have Julia and Tiffany at
right.
Yeah.
Or if not, you gotta have the Io Asuka grudge match.
I think we're gonna get Io Asuka. if it's Triple H booking it, he's going to have Io on the card.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, it's like Triple H is not going to have one of his favorites not be on the Mania card. Not especially after her, Rhea, and Bianca delivered a fucking banger classic last year. So,
all right, let me ask you this, Justin. Just all of the two, which one would be a better match, Io Asuka or Tiffany Julia?
Io Asuka, and that's not a knock against Julia or Tiffany, because Julia's amazing, but I've noticed that I don't know what's going on with Tiffany. She seems to be a little sloppy lately.
So there was one where she missed, like during the match, she missed
like that match. That match that they had last week was there was some sloppiness there, and then it was not. It was more on Tiffany than Julia.
Yeah, but also Julia's style. I've noticed a lot of some of the other wrestlers just can't get it or figure it out. Like when she's in her strong style element, she has another wrestler that can go along with it. It is unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is because like remember that fucking like badass match her and Jordan Grace had last year on NXT where they beat the fuck out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Julia and Rhea was fun as hell too.
Yeah. Also doesn't help that, like the injuries have plagued the SmackDown Women's division. It's like Bianca's still out, Jordan Grace is out. So
I mean Stephanie and Julia in NXT, that match was amazing.
Yeah.
So we know how good Julia is.
She knows how to do strong style.
Yeah. So that's the only thing I would say, because like a couple of times Julia's matches, I'm just like,
I wish we had Jordan Grace versus Julia. That would be a fucking banger.
That would have been awesome. Speaking about a match that I'm not looking forward to, but they have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea is so the most checked out I've ever seen Rhea in my life.
She is having to carry so much load in this feud, and it's just like, oof.
When it's bad when Rhea has to do everything. They don't do it again. They don't. That's better. They have to add Michin and B-Fab, and clearly B-Fab and Michin are way better on the mic as well than those two. Hold on. Let me mute you real quick. It's about as good as we're gonna get. All right. But yeah, like when the segment came out and all three of them had a mic, B-Fab was a lot better. She surprised me on how good she was. Michin's Michin, like she
of the three of them, B-Fab was the best talker.
Yeah, B-Fab was clearly the best talker, but Jade just like I can't defend her.
No, it's not good. It's not good, and it's like
I think it's your lighting or something.
Yeah, let me put on some more lighting here. Give me a second.
All right. Yeah, so I've tried, but she's not getting any better. She's been on WWE for three years or something like that, and there's been no progression.
No,
none. And they're protecting her as much as they possibly can because she knows she doesn't have it.
Right. Rhea is going to have to pull off like one of the most miracle carry jobs of all time to make this a good match at Mania. I swear to God.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like as good as Rhea is. I don't know if she can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it just sucks that, it's like, this is what I was worried about when they put the title on her. It's like, well, they put all this investment and everything. But, and she doesn't come off as a bad person either. No. She's very, it's like, it's just that she hasn't progressed to the ring to where she can, like, she looks good. Like, she can do some moves and stuff, but, like, that's about it. It's just like, it's so frustrating because this is the match I'm least looking forward to because the build has been atrocious.
Yeah.
And it's so frustrating because now that she's got like Michin and B-Fab as her flunkies, now it's like I just don't want to see Rhea have to job to her at Mania. I I'm praying against hope that she actually beats Jade for the title. Because like after Jade, who else it looks like a challenger, because we don't know when Bianca's going to be able to be cleared to return. And also Jordan is out. I mean, and she's already done, the Tiffany thing is over with. The other, if now I understand that they didn't, I think, and probably Charlotte probably didn't want to do this, that she, wants to see things out with the Alexa storyline and not put a halt on that by having her face Jade for the title. But this is not a knock against Rhea. Charlotte would have a better chance of carrying Jade to a good match more than Rhea because of her experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just the person. This is not a knock against Rhea, who I love, but for all the criticisms people have against Charlotte can be really good at being able to carry people to a good match. Mm-hmm. It's facts. That's one of the reasons why she's so fucking good. Mm-hmm. She pulled some of the best work Rhea Ripley's ever had out of her at Mania multiple times. So it's like, they had one of the best women's matches in Mania history at 39. So, but I get it. She really likes working with Alexa. And it's worked out because the fans really like her now. Yeah. Which she has reached a popularity as a babyface she has never achieved before in her main roster career.
No. Because they finally just let her do her in something else other than just chasing the title and putting it on her for the 1,000th time.
And the fans like them in their interactions. You can tell how much Charlotte and Alexa enjoy working off of each other. So it makes sense that she would, like, she probably was like, they maybe considered, but then Charlotte would have been like pushed back on it. No, like, I want to stick with the tag here with Alexa, to see this out. Right. And so, because they were teasing Charlotte Jade they've been teasing Charlotte Jade multiple times, and I thought that's what we were going to get at Mania, but because of that, I get it. They decided to go to Rhea because with Charlotte not wanting to move Charlotte out of the tag thing with Alexa and Bianca being out injured, there wasn't anyone that's really viable. The biggest name to put against her to make it a Mania worthy match was Rhea.
Yeah,
and it
is what it is at this point.
It is what it is.
Where it is, I get it. They invest a lot of money. They had Jade, but I want to point this out and I want to address this.
Exactly.
I will counter that, Caden. Okay, look at the most recent call-ups and see how they have treated them. That's my defense. Obafemi is in the best booked match or feud or whatever story of WrestleMania. To me, Oba and Brock has surpassed Roman and CM Punk as the best build to WrestleMania. So you got Oba there, right there. Trick Williams has been gangbusters out the gate. If Jordan Grace didn't get hurt, she was already at the top of SmackDown's card.
Javon Evans
off and on, but still.
Yeah,
but still, they put him in the Elimination Chamber. They're using Javon Evans to.
They're high on.
Yes, they're high on him. Even though it was some weird stuff, but they have it. It's not. They have booked the hell out of these new call-ups.
Right. The only one that had on the downside would be Jordan Grace, but
she got injured.
That's not fair because unfortunately her current main roster run has been cut short by injury for the time being.
Right.
Like, they could have booked her better, so hopefully they'll fix that when she comes back. But on the men's side, things have been better. But if they bring up the right crop of talent to infuse SmackDown from NXT, and I'm going to talk about who those may be later, as long as they're booked right, SmackDown will definitely be better, and things will be in a better shape until both Bianca and Jordan come back from injury.
Correct. So
plus also, I think you can have the Jade Bianca thing happen and doesn't involve a title. I really want to see them put the title back on Rhea, and then when Bianca comes back, we finally get the proper Bianca Rhea feud 1-on-1 that people have been wanting for a long time.
We really haven't gotten that. That's a good point.
No, we got a taste of it last year, but Io was involved, so it was a 3-way.
Right.
It's like Rhea and Bianca have not had a proper 1-on-1 feud on the main roster since they've been there. And that's one of the biggest women's matches they can still provide that is a Mania-worthy level feud that we're still waiting for. So it's like, I really hope that they do that because they deserve it, and I want to see it for the both of them. Because it's like,
yeah, no, I totally agree. Where's one? Oh, the Randy Orton stuff. We had a better Randy Orton Cody Rhodes situation happen on Raw than we did this show.
Right.
So
that pull apart brawl, they were stalling the fuck out of that brawl because it's like, oh shit, we still got like 5 minutes left before we have to go off the air, and it felt like they were dragging it on purpose. And I liked how it started, and then just started to drag. Yeah. And then Jelly Roll came out. I'm like, okay, well, here's Jelly Roll to get RKO'd. Boom, okay, there it is.
Yeah. I hope so. I have this feeling in the back of my mind that that Jade's gonna
exactly.
Bianca. Gosh damn it, get the right name. Bianca is gonna do like
they have. They've been saying they've been pulling that off for a long time for them to just have just a 1-on-1 match at Mania. It's like what happened last year was like a tease because he had Io. It's like Io turned into a 3-way feud. It's like so. And it turned out to be awesome. So,
but yeah, just justice for Mello. Is all I got. Is my review? Is my review of SmackDown? It's just for Mello. But all right, let's get on.
One other thing, I do enjoy Danhausen continuing to fuck with people. Especially the ladders keep falling on Miz. I forgot. Shout out to Danhausen for April Fool's Day. He pretended to uncurse everyone he's cursed so far.
Yeah. I Show Speed was live and he was like, oh no, he reacted to it. He was like, all right. I'm like, oh damn it.
Exactly, Geff. It's like they better not be fucking him over. Yeah. It's like, that's like I'm gonna go on a big rant.
Yeah. All right, let's get on to Monday Night Raw,
which was a lot better.
Goodness. Closest we're going to get to Obafemi's music without getting copyrighted. All right. So on the Raw recap, as I alluded to earlier, Cody, as far as like the better segment for their match, Cody Rhodes kicks off Raw, but before he could say anything, Stephanie McMahon comes out, who said Cody can't beat this version of Randy. They also did everything they could to not mention Vince. Stephanie slaps him and told him to start thinking like his former mentor, or he won't be champ come WrestleMania. Danhausen has a nice segment with I Show Speed in the back, which also LA Knight comes over and says that he will be doing commentary and I Show Speed will be ringside for the match against the Vision and the Usos for the tag team championships, in which I Show Speed got in kind of oddly got involved, but to help the Vision defeat the Usos to become your new tag team champs. And I Show Speed accidentally decks LA Knight with the brass knucks.
Is it a curse?
Yeah, because of which is cursed. And also the Usos have a new theme, and it's weird.
It is weird.
Liv Morgan cuts a promo on Stephanie, which brings out the champ. Stephanie was about to hit Liv with the chair when a returning Roxanne Perez stops. Roxanne helps Liv hit an Oblivion on the to help Liv hit Stephanie with an Oblivion on the chair to end the segment. Jackson Legend defeat Bailey and Lyra via DQ. So what I said on SmackDown, two different teams, rinse and repeat. there you go. But they have made it official that we officially have a Fatal 4-Way at WrestleMania. Brock and Oba, who, like I said, have the best build right now. Brock comes out in full gear, ready to fight, rips the mic from Heyman and calls out Oba. Oba's extremely over, by the way. I mean, it's just in a matter of weeks, Oba is one of the top guys. Yet we didn't get a brawl this segment, although Oba destroyed security guards in the most Oba way possible. I love the fact that he was stalking Lesnar and then tosses Adam Pearce aside. Triple H, of all people, I can't believe he wants to be out in the spotlight. Comes out and kind of separates the two. Brock picks up the stairs and then throws them aside, and he walks out while they're still talking crap to each other. Penta defeated Kofi Kingston in a solid match, but after the match, Penta says at WrestleMania it will be a ladder match for the IC title. And then we just get, hey, by the way, it's going to be Rusev, JD McDonough, Javon Evans, and help me out with the last one.
Even though the qualifying matches haven't aired until main event today, they basically spoiled who won the qualifiers. Right. It's Penta's, as of now, it's a 5-way ladder match. Penta's defending against Javon, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, and Rusev.
Right. So just we'll get into it here. We'll get my opinions of this weird booking stuff. Throughout the night, Pierce kept asking Heyman if he checked his emails. It was a weird angle. Heyman is in the ring, and Pierce informs Heyman if he checked the email, he would know that Seth Rollins. By the way, no charges were pressed on Rollins for the restraining order. Okay, but Seth is cleared to compete, which prompts Rollins' music to hit. He comes and sneaks attacks Heyman again with the chair, and right when he's about to curb stop him, Gunther pulls Seth out from the ring and chokes him out on the announce table and points to the WrestleMania sign, basically prompting him to challenge Seth, which they made official as well. Also, justice for Rodriguez for not being on WrestleMania. She's been awesome these past 5 to 6 months. But she did defeated Io Sky thanks to the Kabuki Warriors. Obviously, that's leading possibly to the Asuka Io match. In the final segment, Roman comes out to address the crowd. Before he could do so, CM Punk's music hits, with him obviously doing his infamous taping his hands as he goes to the ring. Doesn't basically miss a beat. They start getting into it. And guess what, Justin? Have you heard about this to end the show? They have a pull-apart brawl. Mm-hmm. Who is booking this shit? And then Jamie, shout out Petey Williams. He took a nice spear, but allowed CM Punk to hit the GTS on Roman. And then Punk put Roman through the announce table as he did his best heel work that we've seen CM Punk do since he's been on the show. Roman Reigns in the most heel demeanor possible, gets on top of the guardrails and starts barking at fans and all of that to close out the show. Okay, so we kind of started out. This is
share some of people's thoughts. Yes, it was. Yes. Raw's 1,000 times better with the project back. No question about that. Give feels a ladder match could steal the show. Yeah, it could.
Yes,
I don't know if it's a full heel turn, but I think he's more than happy to be the more heelish person in this feud.
Yeah, and he kind of has been. He's the one that brought up the dead dad.
He's the one that's been. He's been pushing Roman and the Usos buttons like crazy and getting them all riled up and shit. So he's winning the mind game war.
Yeah, he's poking the bear and he's getting the upper hand. That being said, side note, shout out to Drew McIntyre. I know he lost his cat.
Yeah,
and he was
thanks for everybody. That's one of the reasons I wore the Drew shirt today.
He was on Chris Van Fleet and one of the clips was, he hadn't posted on social media when he did the interview, but basically his cat Chaz passed away. He did post about it on social media. So thinking about Drew and his wife, because it's never easy. But he said that's the one thing he will never make fun of Punk about, which is Larry. And so that's kind of just reminding me of they never brought up Larry. Because I don't think they want to bring up Larry. Because
like we've talked about, that's still a bit too raw for both Punk and AJ. So it's it's smart not to go there.
Right. Okay. So I said this on our Discord. Free to join. Link down below.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear people. Criticism is criticism deserved, but the most biggest criticism is, man, that card looks great for AEW, but the build sucked. This is WrestleMania, and this build has sucked compared to most WrestleManias. Yet your ladder match it seemed like it was thrown together. The Gunther Seth, the build. I'm not talking about the match itself, because you look at the card looks great. I'm really excited about this WrestleMania based off the card that I see. But you have to still take into account that we give crap to AEW because the builds have just, oh, by the way, that's going to be a match on Revolution or those type of things. So you have to call a spade, and the next time people are like, AEW don't know how to build matches, they can't build WrestleMania? The one show that you book your whole season around. You still can't land the plane. It'd be one thing if this was like Great Balls of Fire or some random other like B-list show, a B pay-per-view. I get it. This is freaking WrestleMania. And if you aren't bringing your A game and you're putting together a card and you have to pivot, I get it, injuries happen. But when you're putting together a card and it's WrestleMania, don't gripe about AEW not being able to build it when you can't build the biggest show that you put your money on every year. I had to get that off my chest.
Okay. Well, get ready, because I'm about to offer a counterpoint to that. And I wasn't expecting this, but this afternoon I was watching Brian Zay's retro review of WrestleMania X7, which is one of the greatest shows in WrestleManias of all time. And he brought up something I'd forgotten about, because he talked about how people are understandably, not happy about the build to WrestleMania this year, and that's perfectly justified criticism. We talked about it. Some feuds have had good builds, others have not. He mentioned that a lot of the build to WrestleMania X7 was not good, and yet WrestleMania X7 is one of the best WrestleManias ever. So sometimes, and we've seen that with AEW, where sometimes the build to the pay-per-view is not great, but then the pay-per-view is a fucking banger. Yeah. So sometimes you can have a great build and a sucky pay-per-view, or you can have a sucky build to the pay-per-view and the pay-per-view still kicks ass. Yeah. It's very rare you get both. So, yes, has the build been lackluster? Yes. But that doesn't guarantee we're going to have a bad WrestleMania. We still have a really good WrestleMania with the card that's shaping up, despite a lot of the issues, despite all the fucking injuries that have plagued this Mania's build. If certain people hadn't gotten hurt, the top of the card, the top two main event matches would be completely different.
You'd
because
have Seth Rollins
from what we've heard, the original plan before all the injuries happened was one main event was going to be Seth and Roman, and the other one was going to be Cody and Punk. And if you had told me that like months ago, I've been like, fuck yeah. Especially Cody Punk.
Right.
But then Seth got hurt. And then Braun got hurt. Bianca's not back. Bronson Reed got hurt.
Rey Mysterio
got hurt.
I get it. But
so they've had to completely, with all these injuries, they had to completely reshuffle the top of the card. Now, the top two matches are still going to be great, but they were like plan B or C at this point. So I'm just putting it out there. It's fine that we are criticizing the build to the pay-per-view, but hopefully we're still going to get a good Mania despite the build, and that can happen, and that has happened before.
Oh yeah. I get the point. I just feel like a lot of times I see the IWC, especially in the tribal situation, where people are just like, AEW can't build. Tony just throws together an indie card.
Get the F out with that.
Right. That's my point. It's just I wasn't saying anything. I was just getting that off my chest because I see it all the time.
And that's and it's pretty fine. That's why I just wanted to offer that counterpoint to remind people, yes, we can still criticize and build. That doesn't mean that this show is going to be a shit show. It can still be a good show.
See, this is why this show works. We're not like one
because like
better than the other.
Outside of a few matches, I wasn't I was like, the card for Revolution looks good, but the build has not been that great. And Revolution was a great pay-per-view for AEW. Yeah. And Dynasty's shaping up to be pretty dope right now too. And we got some good builds there. So that's good. So builds. So sometimes this is the way it is, and we just got to hope that, despite build problems, you're still going to get a good show out of it. So it's like fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Now, going back to, they set up a lot of matches out of this show. So, we've got the IC title match, the ladder match. We got the building blocks, so it looks like 2 other matches are still not official. Io, Asuka, and probably Usos and LA Knight against the Vision and I Show Speed. And God, what was? And Finn and Dominic was also made official 1-on-1.
Yeah. No stip there, right?
I'm surprised that there's no stip, but I don't think it needs one.
Because this is just a Dominic.
You can have another match later with a step, but this is like the first step after they kicked him. They turned on him and kicked him out of the group. So,
because did I dream that Dominic cut a promo and saying I still will be the last man standing after all of this? Just like teasing that type of step, but whatever. I want. Someone said I want. Well, I'll leave it for our preview show. We've got Finn Dominic, which I'm glad we're finally getting that, and babyface Finn.
So let's go over the Seth Gunther match happening. So there's been a lot of criticism about this, and I get it. This is kind of out of nowhere, and that's understandable. But again,
it's Seth Gunther, dude.
Seth and Gunther's original opponents are both injured,
right?
So they decided the best thing to do was to put them together because Seth Rollins and Gunther can deliver a fucking banger match. So hopefully we will get a good explanation as to why Gunther has targeted Seth Rollins. Now, I like the idea that a couple people put out of that maybe it will be Gunther will say that he's doing this and as a favor to Heyman, and that the favor will be collected later, aka eventually Gunther Brock match later this year, because Brock has made it clear that this is like one last run. This is not going to be a long run for him. Is this return? It's like I'm back to make money for my kids. This is not going to be a long run. He's like,
right. Yeah, he's literally on record for saying he's like, I'm going to be here for a little bit, but I got my kids. I have a lot of kids. They eat a lot. I got to have money for groceries.
I need to make some money.
Right.
So this could be a way that you could finally get the Gunther Brock match down the line, like at SummerSlam. So as long as they provide a decent enough explanation as to why Gunther has decided to go after Seth, then that's going to be enough, because the match will be good and maybe even great. It is out of nowhere, but it is what it is. It's like they're doing the best they can to try to build a good Mania card, having to basically be like, shit, they're injured. Okay, no, okay. It's like, all right, this is plan. We're great. We're going to plan C, maybe even D. It's like,
yeah. So on that,
right? There is no story at the moment, so hopefully they can come up with a decent story explanation going into the match.
Right.
Exactly.
I think, granted, that it's depending on how you view it. I think WWE hopefully has learned their lesson with Travis Scott, because of the celebrities that they have involved have been all in. They're committed.
Yeah.
I Show Speed, you can tell, is committed. He is 100%
Jelly
all
Roll's
in.
Committed.
And obviously Jelly Roll is hats off to Jelly Roll. He's super limited. It is what he can do, but he's all in and is 1,000% committed to doing it. I Show Speed. Obviously, as soon as he took that spear from Bron Breakker in that Royal Rumble years ago, we're like, okay, he might just do a spot. And today when during his live, LA Knight comes in and confronts him, throws him against his.
Yeah, he got attacked during his live stream today by LA Knight, who knocked him out with the brass knuckles as payback.
Right.
LA Knight literally broke into the man's house and hit him with brass knuckles.
Yeah. And then I Show Speed is shown later at some event with his arm in a sling and stuff like that. So he's selling it.
He's selling it, baby.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and the fact that he was able, So of the celebrities that they've got going,
I want to bring this
shout out
back
to them
up here real quick.
Okay.
I definitely kind of noticed possible seeds planted for Roxy and Liv split down the line. So number one, we are all happy that the Prodigy is finally back. Don't know if she's gonna be able to get to do a match at Mania, but it's like it would make sense that both her and Raquel will be in Liv's corner against Stephanie at Mania to support her. So we're going to see what happens there. But the show is, like you said, the show is 1,000% better with Roxanne back. So welcome back. We have missed you.
Just 1,000. I'm about to end the show right now. It was 1,000,000 times better. Okay. No. Yes, but shout out that she's back. All right. So
I like that. Sorry. I like that segment though. You know, it's funny. I was like, okay, Stephanie Liv, okay. They're two big names. Their build has been so much better than the Rhea Jade build. It's not even funny.
Yeah. And it really didn't start getting cooking until like the past few weeks.
Yeah, it took a bit. It was like a slow there, but now it's starting to cook.
It got there. Some people were saying they don't see the chemistry between Stephanie and Liv. I'm like, Stephanie doesn't speak perfect English, so you can't have your typical thing. You've got to be creative with it. And I think what they've done has worked.
Yeah, it has.
So, yeah. So I mean,
well, I like that whole segment and within the Roxanne return. Yeah. That was great. The tag situation, that is what it is. I'm just glad that Lyra and Bailey are on the card, and they're looking for redemption for what happened at Mania last year with Bailey not being on the card.
Shout out to Bailey for that spot with Nia Jax. With that power.
Well, that helps that Nia has lost a lot of weight in the last 2 years, so it's a lot easier to be able to do something like that. You wouldn't be able to do that a couple years ago.
That was power. That Bailey showed there. That was good stuff there.
I was actually enjoying that match before the shenanigans.
You knew it was going to happen though. Like it's hard for me to get fully involved. Like I'm not like really focused on it because I just know what's going to happen. And as soon as the Bellas came out, I was like, okay, here we go. And then Charlotte and Alexa came out.
I don't know, Charlotte. What the hell was that? That was like the most weak ass chop block I've ever seen. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck?
Whatever.
It's like, I just hope we get a good match out of it. I really do.
Are you ready for your weekly "What's Going On with Danhausen Behind the Scenes" video?
In a second. Still enjoying the Danhausen. Forgot to mention about how he conned Candice out of $20, that he'd help Johnny Gargano, and then just walked away.
Yeah, I remember that.
But maybe he has. It's like,
I don't know. He won a match. He won a match after that. But
he got the number one contender match, and is going to get going to be on Stand and Deliver. And let's see, anything else? The Kabuki Warriors thing's interfering with the match with Rhea. Io, please be careful and don't do dives you have to do because you almost fucking broke your neck.
God, I could.
We could have had someone else end up on the shelf if that had gone wrong. Yeah. She is lucky she did not get fucking injured.
No.
I have to agree. You can criticize like Pete Rosenberg for certain things, but him coming out and saying, you know what, wrestlers shouldn't be taking unnecessary risks and doing moves just to do moves that are completely unnecessary, just to make the crowd go ooh ah.
Right. And
I totally agree with that. And AEW is very guilty of that shit. So it's like really, guys, please be more careful. It's like you don't have to always do moves like that. It's like, please. It was really scary. I was worried something had happened. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah. Sorry. Dude, that the Cody Stephanie segment was the best thing building up to the Randy Orton Cody stuff
since the beatdown.
Yes.
I ended up working. I wasn't sure because Stephanie was like, okay, what the fuck is going on? And then it's like, oh, okay. And then I was like, at the end, I was like, you know what? That actually worked.
Yeah, it did. And throughout this show, they were just basically getting away, just saying, okay, we know Vince exists, but we're not going to say his name.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Paul Heyman thing, he was like, I am the last manager that's still around since the 80s. I'm the last promoter since the 90s. Like, okay, we know what you're talking about there.
Heyman was
that email stuff
on one of my favorites, Bobby the Brain Heenan, this past week. I understand where he's coming from. I'm gonna let I love you, Heyman, so I'm gonna let your slander of Bobby the Brain Heenan slide for now. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know if he said anything about Heenan, but just what he was saying, he said he was the last manager still standing.
In a recent interview, he basically was saying that people shouldn't compare to Bobby Ray Heenan because he's better than him.
Well, yeah, Heyman's going to say that. It's Heyman. I wasn't around when Heenan was at the height of his powers, so Heyman is my Heenan because of when I got wrestling. But I think we're both right. Just depends on the era in which you figured out wrestling. Because if it wasn't for Heenan, there wouldn't be a Heyman. It's kind of like the Jordan Kobe situation. It's like Jordan helped create Kobe. Heenan helped create Heyman. To me, and how the timeline works, as far as the manager stuff. But speaking about Heyman, that was the weirdest throughout the show thing with the email.
Yeah.
That was
when it finally happened, I was like, oh, okay. It's like, that's why he's like, did you read your email? Because Seth Rollins is now medically cleared. Oh, now he is fucked. And then, Gunther saves his ass. So,
but the thing is that he's on his phone all the time. You have
emails
on your phone.
Check his fucking emails on his phone.
Like, you can check your email. You can take 2 seconds. After the second time, Pierce, you think you're going to check your email. Whatever.
Okay. So, it does. It feels like it's just thrown together, but Penta in a ladder match, it's like that's one of his things, man. And you throw the other people involved, especially like Javon Dragon Lee. That's gonna be crazy, man. It's
Rusev's known for his ladder matches. But no, I think Rusev's a good brute to have because he's athletic enough to really do well in that ladder match. So. And I'm glad he's on the card. I'm glad
all of them are on the card.
Right. Shout out JD McDonough. Shout out to JD McDonough. Get on the card. Don't kill yourself.
Yeah, just to all the people about that ladder match, please don't die.
Please don't die. All right. Oba, Brock, just I don't know who's in charge of producing these segments. If it's Heyman, whoever's in charge, you're batting 1,000.
The fans are so hyped for this match. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And it's just they're just giving you just enough.
Yep.
And the fact that Brock, when's the last time you've seen Brock this committed?
Oh, it's been a bit.
But
you can tell that he's locked in because it's like he's really bringing the intensity, and you can. I love it that you can tell like Brock is pissed. Brock doesn't like that this guy is like one-upping him. It's like
no. I mean, he ripped the mic from Heyman and was just like,
yeah, no. I was like, uh-oh, he's about to say, come out here so I can take you to Suplex City, bitch. It's like,
yeah. And and I don't think Brock was supposed to F5 that security guard, but he just did it anyway because they played Oba's music, and then Brock just picks him up and F5s him. And they
God bless the guy that got launched up into the stratosphere by Oba Femi there. Dear God.
Yeah.
Because he landed on the friggin' IOA where there isn't much padding. It's like
no. But that and then Oba doing his Brock impression of stalking around the ring.
Yes.
Just the whole thing has just been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for for the last weeks where the Roman Punk got hit a little bit of a speed bump.
Yeah.
But but everything that Brock and Oba have done has just been, it's like, why do you like wrestling? That.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is how you build a mini match.
Yeah. So yeah, good on that. Yeah, I just Raquel is putting in such good work, but I understand why she's not on WrestleMania. It just stinks that she's not because
right. She doesn't have really a proper
work.
feud right now, and you know Roxy just came back, so you know I'm not going to be super angry if she doesn't wrestle on the card because she just got back from injury. So it's like it's like 2 weeks before the show. So
yeah, and Rox and Raquel. I mean, what was it like a year ago? We're like, what are you going to do with her? She doesn't look that great, and she is just whatever. Either took it ever since Kevin Nash says she needs to work this way. It's like we either she took that, figured it out, or the producers
like flipped the switch ever since that. And it's like,
and I mean, she was MVP of the Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
So her and Kiana taking the bumps that she took. So yeah.
So
get my flowers to Raquel.
So it's not the end of the world if Roxanne doesn't get to wrestle on this Mania card because we saw the potential this summer for good things to happen for her. We still want her to be able to wrestle her mommy, AJ Lee. We hope that maybe she'll win the Money in the Bank and good things will happen. So it will be okay. It's just good thing that she's back and she's healthy.
She'll be on WrestleMania. She's just not on the card.
Yeah. As long as she's on the show, even if she's not wrestling,
she'll be involved with Liv.
With the Liv Stephanie match.
Yeah, she'll definitely be involved. They wouldn't have her come back and do all this if she wasn't involved. The only thing, and you can.
The question is she really loyal to Liv, or is she going to be like stabbing the back because she's actually loyal to Finn? That's what I'm wondering.
Well, she was wearing. People were saying, well, she was wearing red. She wasn't wearing like Judgment Day type.
No, she was wearing a Stargirl shirt.
Yeah. I will say this, though. The one thing about that I wish she would quit doing because it just doesn't work is when she's screaming and just throwing her. I think that looks cheesy.
I don't think she needs to do that.
Sorry, Caden. I got to call a spade a spade. That looks cheesy as hell, and I wish she would stop doing it. She's way better than that.
Right. She's such a good technical wrestler. You just need to do that. Yeah, that's the only thing I wish she would. It's like I wish she would do less of that. It's like.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're at an hour, ready for our Danhausen off of internet. My thing of the week. Here we go. Hold on, let me make that big screen. It's only 48 seconder.
Yes, Danhausen finally has his top guy autographs in today, so we're gonna sign some for the fan houses, make lots of human monies. Hey.
That's a human money.
Look at my picture. Who is this? 1-1, no curses. GS. Who is this?
Cody Rhodes.
Who's that?
Oh, Corey.
Corey Rhodes. Hey, who does he think he is? He can just do whatever he wants. He comes around signing anybody's things. Merchandise, that's what it's called. Well, no curses. Absolutely not. He'll rule the day. No wonder Randy Orton punch him in the head. We'll find this guy. He owes me, what was his cost?
25.
He owes me $25 times 2 because he ruined
it. I don't. It's one of those things where like you watch a show and you're like, why is this show good? I'm like, I can't explain it to you. It just is. And that's Danhausen. It's like, why is this guy so entertaining? I don't know. He just is.
Yeah.
And he's 100%.
They Caden agrees with us about the screaming punches. So we're all on the same page there.
All right. But yeah, no, other than that, I mean, other than the crazy booking stuff and the weird email thing throughout the show, I still enjoyed the show. I thought it was
a lot better than SmackDown.
Yeah, just when your best Randy Orton Cody segment was not on SmackDown, I don't know. But Randy, we're supposed to get whoever's on the phone tomorrow night. So
yeah. Randy said that whoever he's been talking to on the phone, who he said that he's been listening to, we're gonna get that reveal. I hope it's Kevin Owens.
I know. So I hope it's Kevin Owens. All right,
let's talk. I want Kevin to be back on my television.
All right, let me play Judas here as we get into let's.
We don't need to get a copyright strike from Jericho.
No. We have our own. That won't get us copyright strike for AEW. Here we go. So, barring some weird pyro issues, Tony Schiavone was in the ring hosting the contract signing for the MJF Kenny Omega title match, but some pyro interrupted, as you said. It led to the Judas song playing, and Chris Judas, as Danhausen used to call him, or Chris Jericho, made his return after a year away from AEW. After a welcome back chant from the fans, Jericho said, "Winnipeg, AEW, I'm home." The fans cheered, Jericho's song plays, and he left. Backstage, Will Ospreay was attacking Jon Moxley until the Death Rider security broke it up. MJF and Kenny Omega came out for the contract signing for the AEW title match at Dynasty. The two signed it and then took turns verbally attacking each other. MJF claimed that Omega's diverticulitis could implode at any moment. He kept pushing Omega's buttons, and finally he flipped the table over as MJF dared him to hit him. Speedball Mike Bailey came out to calm down Kenny. He went after MJF, and it led to a match between them in the main event. Kenny Omega, Jack Perry, and Brody King defeated The Demand in a six-man tag team match. Willa Nightingale, the TBS champion, put out an open challenge for the title for Collision on Thursday. Adam Copeland and Christian Cage were hunting for FTR in the back with chairs. They found Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero in the locker room and beat them up instead. Will Ospreay defeated Pac after the match. The Death Riders attacked Ospreay. Moxley cut a promo on him. Moxley claimed it wasn't personal. Moxley told Will not to make it personal, and the heels left. Mina Shirakawa and the Brawling Birds defeated Triangle of Madness in a six-woman tag team match. Darby Allin came out and did a promo calling out MJF and the Don Callis family, which MJF has paid off to destroy him. Don Callis and company came out. Callis said if Allin can beat a member of the Don Callis family at Dynasty, then MJF will grant Allin an AEW World title match. Callis said it will be Andrade who faces Allin at Dynasty. The family then attacked him, but Brody King and Jack Perry made the save. Kenny Omega walked out and stared at Allin. And Allin walked to the back. In the main event, MJF defeated Speedball Mike Bailey in AEW World Championship Eliminator match. After the match, MJF attacked Bailey some more until Omega made the save. MJF left as Kenny and officials checked on Bailey, and he raised Bailey's hand to close out the show. The Christian Cage almost hitting Renee Paquette with a chair was hilarious. Dude, Christian is oh God. Christian Cage still being Christian Cage, but yet being a babyface is such good shit. As one person once said, MJF can do no wrong. It doesn't matter who his opponent is, except for Jeff Jarrett. That feud was terrible. But MJF can do no wrong. I like that. Other than that, I mean, it was fine. It built what we need to do for Dynasty. I like that you're finally getting the point with Darby Allin and Andrade, and then Andrade being like, I really don't want to do this, but I guess I will. And that whole stare down between Kenny and Darby. So you have a lot of things that the main event stuff is great. The Moxley, Will Ospreay is just like, it's unfinished business. Moxley's kind of past it, but he has to deal with it. That's what I get from it. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it because of the promo that he cut. They still beat up Will Ospreay, but he just like, I understand why you're coming after me. Yeah. I'm going to defend myself. But he's not coming out as like, I will destroy you. How dare you touch me, like a heel?
No, he's kind of like, like, why are you so pissed off? Well, it's like it wasn't personal. It's just business.
Right.
It's like you chill out, Will. It's funny. They were talking about how like the title's online, but the graphic says that is a non-title match between Moxley and Ospreay at the pay-per-view, which it should be, because Will Ospreay is not going after the Continental title. He wants to fucking kill Moxley.
Right.
He doesn't give a shit about the Continental title.
He wants his revenge.
It should be on the line.
Right. I think they messed up with the pyro at the beginning.
I think they did.
But shit happens.
Yeah.
It's not like the total end of the world on that.
Like we talked about, Jericho return. It'll be interesting to see what they do with him. I think he's just working out the last bit of his deal. Whether he's going to stay or go, we'll still see. But it's very interesting that he's finally back. And I think, it was a good idea for him to be that long because the fans were really happy to see him. Where back before he left, they were like, he was getting X-Pac, get the fuck off our TV. So,
yeah, for sure.
So absence, as they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder. So,
are we gonna get a Deonna Purrazzo challenging Willow Ospreay on Collision? I mean, Willow Nightingale. Sorry, Willow Nightingale. Jesus, I am just all over the place on names.
I was just gonna go over because some stuff happened on Collision. the person who answered Willow's open challenge was actually Hikaru Shida, who we have not seen in a very long fucking time.
Oh wow, Sheeta's back. Okay.
Yes. So Shida finally returned. She answered Willow's open challenge. Will beat her still because she's not losing the title yet.
No.
The Hurt Syndicate cut a promo with Bobby Lashley. They're back.
All right. They are really trying to boost this Collision stuff. They are really, really trying.
Jamie Hayter called out Tekla and said, "I want to face you for the title," and that match has been made official.
Cue the LeBron James about damn time.
I think that match is going to be great, but that's going to be don't have much time to do build. It was kind of just like, well, they just started messing with the triangle match, so I guess it kind of works. But I was like, oh, okay. And as they haven't talked about much on TV, everyone knows that Alex Windsor is the fiance of Will Ospreay. They have a kid together. She's apparently been she is tired of Marina Shafir putting hands on her future husband, and so she's going to face Marina in the pre-show 0 Hour.
Okay. All right.
And also, they made official that Darby, Jack Perry, and Brody King are going to take on the Callis family in the form of Andrade, Mark Davis, and Takeshita on Dynamite. And Willow will be defending the TBS title against the returning Queen Aminata, who's finally apparently come back from injury. And they promised that Jericho will also be on the show next week and address what he's going to do now that he's back. So they made some matches official for Dynasty and hyped up Dynamite next week. So glad that the Hurt Syndicate is back. So we'll see what they do with them.
Yeah.
Apparently, also they're looking to recruit and finally get another member. So we'll see where that goes. But anyway, let's go back to Dynamite real quick. I like the whole segment with the contract signing and the stuff between Omega and MJF. That was some great promo work for both guys. So this build to their title match has been really good. I really like him trying to push Kenny's buttons. It's like it got him to snap a bit. I thought that was nice. It's a bit much for you saying like his diverticulitis is going to get his intestines explode any moment, but it's just like that's classic wrestling hyperbole for you.
Oh, dude, I just and MJF hit the line delivery of it is just
yeah. No, he was. Actually, this was some of Kenny's best work in a while. It's like Kenny was going toe to toe with him, and I really enjoyed it. The tag, the 6-man was what it is. The Christian Cage, Adam Copeland stuff. It's like, no, don't. It's like, don't try to hit right
no, she's not in our way.
She's not in our way.
And then they got to Trent and Rocky. They're like, are they? Yeah, they're in our way.
If you needed more evidence that Trent and Rocky Romero are the designated jobbers for the Doncast family,
right,
look no further than them getting their asses kicked by Edge and Christian.
Yeah. I forgot what I was thinking. The
women's 6-man was all right. The women's 6-man was all right. That was kind of disappointing. Ospreay and Pac was great. That was a great match.
Surprisingly, I can't believe Pac and Will Ospreay put on a really good match.
Mm-hmm. Main event I thought was good, not great.
What do you think they're teasing with Kenny and Darby? Just kind of doing a little stare down.
Maybe a feud later down the line.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely teasing something there.
I think Darby's too busy trying to figure out how to do like the craziest I'm going to kill myself spots than winning the championship.
Right.
But whatever. Yeah, we can sit there and just say, Darby, what are you doing into the ether? He's not going to hear it. So I don't know. Darby, you're amazing, but whatever. I sound too much like a dad or something. Like, Darby, you're going to cure it yourself, man. Stop it. Quit doing it. But whatever. There was something. Oh, as far as like who should join the Hurt Syndicate, Kevin Knight would be who I would like. He basically fills the Cedric Alexander role. You could put Lee Moriarty because he is on ROH. You could try and boost him up, but I would lean little Kevin Knight as a new member of the Hurt Syndicate. I'd like that. I don't know. That's just off the top of my head for that. But I think Kevin Knight would work great in that stable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but overall, I thought the show was a lot better than it has been the past couple of weeks. So yeah, that's all I got for AEW.
Yeah, same here. I like some of the build toward Dynasty. Some of the matches were kind of lackluster, but there was especially like the Ospreay Pac match definitely offset things. So I thought it was decent.
Yeah.
So
like I said, I liked it better than the past 2 weeks we've gotten.
Yeah, definitely better than the last 2 weeks for sure.
Yeah. They kind of got.
This is the best show since the pay-per-view, honestly. Really.
Yes. So, all right, let's move on to NXT and the card for Stand In.
NXT.
Hey, I was wrong. Same time. Alrighty. Like I was saying on our Discord, which is free to join, as Justin was telling me, I was right and I was wrong on my prediction of what was going to happen
in the main event.
In the main event. But Mike Santana and OTM defeated Dark State in a 6-man tag team match. It's great to see Santana get his flowers and coming through the crowd like that.
Mike Santana rules.
Yes. Miles Bourne, the NXT North American champion, did a sit-down interview with Vic Joseph. He said he hopes to face Johnny Wrestling and Stand Delivered. Johnny Gargano interrupted, telling Miles, be careful what you wish for, because if he finds that version of himself, then he, eat Bourne alive. He won't lie down and die this time. Los Americanos defeated Birthright in the NXT Tag Team Championship #1 contender tournament final match. Jada Parker defeated Kalani Jordan. Joe Hendry, Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, and Tony D'Angelo were all seated at 2 tables in the ring. NXT GM Robert Stone hosted the contract signing. All 4 men took turns cutting promos on each other. Then Tony told Stone to get out of the ring, and he attacked Ricky, triggering a brawl between the 4 of them, with Joe and Ricky going through the tables. Kiana Carver defeated Jasper Troy with special guest referee Josh Briggs. NXT Women's North American Champion Tatum Paxley called out Blake Monroe to return her title belt that she stole. Blake came out and they had words, and they agreed to a title match to Stand and Deliver. They brawled and Blake escaped with the title belt again. A nice video package recapped the Sol Roca and Zarya storyline of them becoming friends and then turning into bitter enemies ahead of their grudge match to Stand and Deliver. There's also a video of them kind of getting into it outside by a hot dog stand, around Times Square area. So that was cool there. The main event, Kendall Gray versus Lola Vice to become the #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship, ended in a no contest due to a controversial finish where Lola had Kendall in a guillotine submission. Kendall countered into a Northern Light suplex, and the ref counted 3. But another ref out on the outside who had been making sure JC Jane and Fatal Influence did not interfere came in and said Kendall tapped out, and the replay showed her tapping just as the ref counted 3 on the pin. The refs argued over who had won, leading to HBK coming out to talk to them, and we got no answer as the show went off the air. The next day on social media, NXT GM Robert Stone announced he and HBK talked it over, and they decided, due to the finish, JC Jane would defend the NXT Women's Championship against Kendall Gray and Lola Vice in a triple threat match. So I was right.
You're right about triple threat, just how that's you thought it was going to be due to Fatal Influence fuckery, but you were partially right.
I'm glad I was wrong, because that was a lot better way to do it. It just felt like a lot. But it had to be that you had to reduce that perfectly, get the timing right and everything in order to have a referee out.
I mean, was it perfect? Because a lot of people are saying she's tapping before the 3 count. It's like whatever. It's
but did the ref see?
The ref didn't see the tap. The other ref did. It's like
so.
It's like he wasn't the one calling the match. He was on the outside,
right,
trying to keep order.
And he probably just looked. He probably and he looked up just in time to see. That's what I'm saying. Is I don't think, unless you do it super slow mo, like she tapped early. Yeah, that's the point. She did tap a little bit before the 3 count, but the ref only saw it simultaneously as the 3 count happened.
Yeah. And the main ref didn't see the tap because he was on the other side counting the pin.
Yeah, how many wrestling fans? How many times have the person or Gunther tapped out, but the referee didn't see it, so AJ Styles got up and said, "Oh, I won," but he really didn't win. Guys, so it's wrestling. Just because you see it, obviously, even in the NFL and other sports, referees miss calls all the time. That's why we have ABS in baseball. So there you go. There's my 2 seconds on that. But anyway, we got what we wanted.
Yeah.
At least Kendall being in going for the title, and Lola, rightfully so, deserves to be in that card.
Yeah, look, I originally wanted JC versus Kendall 1-on-1, but Lola Vice is very fucking good, and it wouldn't feel right if she wasn't on the Stand and Deliver show, because she's been one of the best women in NXT as part of this current crop of women. She's also fantastic, and you saw why these two are two of the best in the women's division, because they had a fucking great motherfucking main event.
So good.
God, Kendall great. That when she did that cartwheel on the apron to dodge an attack and then slid under her legs, it's like, oh my God, she's so fucking good, man.
She's good. Yeah, obviously it's not like a celebrity or something coming in, but she's the quickest. I guess
she's only been there 2 years and she's already this fucking good.
Yeah, she's on like that Kurt.
It's going to get better.
She's on that Kurt Angle, just like, oh, you're just already that.
Oh, she's been channeling Kurt in for a while. The pulling down the straps, that's a shout out to Kurt.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, her just being able to be this good this quickly.
Yeah.
Is that
and the fans really like her, and so it's like because you heard the Kendall chants. It's like that New York crowd, they were behind Kendall. They liked Lola, but they were it's like they were high on Kendall during that title match.
Yeah. And
those two had great fucking chemistry together. They were like some of the the mat moves and the submission moves. It's like that's the shit I would like to see it.
Yeah. You know? And Bully went on a big thing about how great Kendall is. And just
I'll have to check that out. He was singing her praises on Busted.
Yeah, Kendall and Oba. Obviously, I posted the Oba stuff on there where he was just like, "Don't even hesitate, just push him.
Yep.
Put the rocket on him. You already got it. Why you waiting? Just freaking go. You got it." And we're like, "Yeah, we've been saying that." Yeah, since his last.
We knew he was going to get the rocket strapped to him before he even got called to the main roster because he's that fucking good.
Yeah, and the thing is because of the Bron Breakker weird booking, and they're hesitant on that, so that's why we were a little bit nervous with the Oba stuff. But and
his push is getting there. It just got delayed because of the injury.
Yeah,
and also Seth's injury.
But just the whole thing of he should like the weird thing of when Seth happened, and it should just go ahead and put the title on Braun.
Bron's time is coming. And just imagine Braun versus Oba feud right now.
Yeah. Oba versus Gunther.
But this main event was awesome, and I'm fine with the triple threat as long as Kendall Gray wins the title. But if it gets a little ice, I'm with the Gray Graps.
I know I said last week that you're trying to get this new crop of talent over, and you booked older talent for that. On Stand Deliver, we're going to have the Los Americanos, which is Pete Dunne and Trent.
Tyler Bate.
Tyler Bate. And then
classic black and gold guys.
What?
Classic NXT guys coming back.
Right. And then you're going to have, obviously, Johnny wrestling of John, and he is NXT. Like, when you look up the Mount Rushmore of NXT, Johnny Gargano's face is on it.
Johnny Gargano lived and breathed black and gold.
Right.
He was one of the heart and souls of NXT, if not the heart and soul of NXT back in the day.
And so I'm leaning towards I'm glad it's happening because it's really going to put over Miles Bourne.
Yes. Him being Johnny, when Johnny's going all out and being Johnny wrestling, that's going to help get Miles over. That's why they're doing this. And also, if this leads to finally Johnny getting out of this funk that's out on SmackDown, which is what he was saying, I love that he came in. He's like, "Be careful what you wish for." It's like they used to call not just Johnny Wrestling; they call me Johnny Takeover.
Right.
He goes, if I turn into Johnny Takeover, I'm going to destroy you.
Right.
So you better be careful what you wish for, kid. Because he's starting to come out of that funk. He's like, I need this. It's like, and he's right. It's like the North American title is a very special title for him. It's like he had that multiple times. He had one of the longest North American title reigns ever. He did amazing things while he was champion multiple times of that title. So it makes sense that, it's like he said that. It was just, I like that. I was just like, yes. Even though this just came out of nowhere, I liked that one segment. I was like, yes, I'm sold. It's like, and it's fine. Los Americanos can help put Vanity Project over. Vanity Project is really good. So this is going to be good for them to get a big win over Los Americanos at Stand and Deliver. For the tag
you just established Birthright and then they lose. That's the only thing. But it's heel versus heel, and you just can't have that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't going to be heel versus heel. It's like the fans are not going to buy into that.
No.
But they're making it for it because Birthright's probably going to win that 10-man tag, that mixed tag. It's a mixed tag. We'll go over it when we go over the card.
Yeah. What do you think of that Keanu Carver Jasper Troy match?
At first, I didn't like it, but now thinking about it, I get it what they're going for. They wanted Carver to get a win, but they didn't want Jasper to just do a clean job. So that's why the Briggs interference I'm okay with. And then he attacks. So now we got a big 3-way big meaty men's live meat match.
No, they figured out something with Josh. Yeah, just whatever Tatum Paxley and Blake Monroe do, just sure. I don't care. They're great.
I was like, okay, yeah, we're getting the title match that we've been expecting. That's fine.
Yeah. Shout out to the table for not breaking for Joe Hendry. That was a weird spot.
The contract signing I thought was fine. All Godfall guys got to say some good stuff. Yeah. I did like when Tony's like, Stone, you better get out of the ring. You know how these things go, and immediately attacked Ricky Saints.
Yeah, it reminded me way back when they did when John Moxley was still Dean Ambrose, and it was some contract signing. He was like, "Why are we even talking?" He just picks up the table, puts it down, and goes, "Okay." Like I forget how long ago that was, but it was back when he was on SmackDown and stuff.
I loved when Tony said that. I thought that was funny. He's like, you know how these things go. You better get out of here.
Right. Yeah. And I like the fact of like, yes, we know how this is going to go. It's pretty paint by numbers. Just get to the point.
I'm loving that Ethan and Ricky are still trying to be friends, but they're clashing because they both want the title and they both don't like it. The fact that the other one wants the title.
Oh yeah.
Like, no, I should be champion. No, I want to be champion. It's like, right. I want to be a 2-time NXT champion.
Yeah. You're going to get that story during the match.
Yeah.
Where they're going to work together and then something's going to happen.
Fall apart.
Was it like that triple threat match with, was it Logan? Yeah, it was Logan, Randy, and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
and they, that was when the golf cart or whatever, and they rode down, and then they finally were just like, all right, and they just started wailing on each other with Randy and Kevin. So that I'm just like, it's obviously it's not going to be that type, but we're still going to get that something like that on there.
Jada getting a win, good thing. She needed that.
Yep. I'm
glad that she's got a new finisher because like the Hypnotic is cool, but that should not be a finishing move. That should be like a setup move. Yeah. So I'm glad that I like. So it's like the setup kind of like slam the deja vu. That's a better finisher. So
when is Mike Santana's contract up in TNA?
That's a good question because
I feel like he's stuck in purgatory right now for what he could be doing on NXT or any WWE television show.
Well, he's still, he's the TNA champion.
I know.
So
I'm aware.
It'll be interesting to see what happens because WWE would be foolish not to try to get him, and he's made it clear that he's open to going to WWE. So, just like Joe Hendry. So,
right.
We shall see. I thought that was a nice touch. It helped OTM get over. This is Santana. Like you said, this is my backyard. I'm New York City boy. So that was a nice opening match. I'm liking the meltdown that's going on with Dark State. It's like what's happening to us? We should be on top. It's like it's because you guys maybe you don't deserve to be on top because you suck.
Yeah.
Deion Lex was like, I'm going to make this right stand and deliver. So it sounds like Deion is going to do something at stand and deliver. So you might get involved in some kind of match or do something.
You can tell of the four of them that they have a lot more.
They're definitely high on Deion out of the four of them because he's getting the most of the push out of them right now.
Which means that his mic skills are still super green.
Yeah, they're not bad. It's like they definitely need some work.
But you can tell he is a step above the other three in the in ring.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why. So on that, but I mean, Kendall Gray.
Kendall Gray, baby,
is so good.
He's the future.
She is so good.
Yep.
And
that I love that new red and black outfit she was wearing. That was fire. Mm-hmm. I love that. It's like, thought she looked great.
All right, Justin, what's the card?
All right, so let's run down. We got Stand and Deliver this Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time start. They're going to be in St. Louis. We actually, for the first time in forever, they're having a match on the pre-show. It's a 10-person mixed tag team match as Hank and Tank, Shiloh Hill, EK Prosper, and Ren Sinclair are going to take on all of Birthright. Lexus, Stax, Charlie Dempsey, Uriah, and Ariana Grace. I think the heels are going to do that because they kind of need the bounce back win after they got screwed out of the tag title match. So I'm expecting Birthright to bounce back with a win there.
Yep. I do too.
So on to the main card. We got
Ren, I just don't want Ren to take the pin.
Hopefully not. I mean, it wouldn't make sense. I think one of the other guys might get the pin.
Yeah.
So main card we got 6 matches, which is good. So NXT Tag Team titles on the line as the Vanity Project defends against Los Americanos.
Vanity Project.
Vanity Project's got that.
Yeah.
This is to help get Vanity Project over. It'll be a fun match for sure. NXT North American Championship. Miles Bourne defending against Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano.
Miles Bourne.
But it's going to be, I think that match has the potential to be a real banger on this show. I mean, a lot of these matches are like, I mean, the woman, it's like the main event. I mean, there's a lot of potentially like killer matches on this show, and Johnny Miles is one of them. So,
they're going to put the women first, right? So you can be pissed off the whole show if it doesn't go the way you want it. I'm just throwing it out there. That's it. Just
speaking of women, we got the grudge match between Soulwork and Zarya. I think Zarya's going to win this.
I think Zarya's going to win it too. I think Soulwork is for the main roster at this point.
Yeah, I think that's the right calls to have Zarya win here. She really needs the boost, especially because it's like Soulwork is like already got half her foot in the main roster door at this point. So especially after between the Saturday Night's main event, the John Cena farewell, and the Elimination Chamber and a Rumble, it's like they're high on her. So, and we got more women's matches. We've got NXT Women's North American Championship. Tatum Paxley defending against Blake Monroe. I think Tate's going to win this. Or I may be naive and that Blake's going to get the title back.
I feel like they're going to give a little bit more run to Tatum.
I'm leaning toward Tatum, but I'm not going to be shocked if Blake wins the title again. But I think it would be better if Tatum got the win here. And then you could have Blake maybe win back. Well, Blake doesn't really need a North American title. It's like put her eventually into the title picture eventually.
He needs to lose to Tatum, and then because I don't think JC Jane is going to retain.
She better not.
Whether it be Lola or Kendall, I don't think JC Jane is going to retain.
Yeah. Speaking of that, it is now officially a triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship. JC Jane defending against both Kendall Gray and Lola Vice. I'm pulling for the Grey Graps, Kendall Gray to win this. And by pinning JC and not Lola, please.
Yeah. And I think at that point, you're going to have Blake Monroe challenging Kendall.
and that would be a fucking badass feud.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that triple threat could also be another banger show stealer for this card.
Yeah.
With Kendall and Lowell involved. And then I assume is going to be the main event. NXT Championship Fatal 4-Way. Our boy Joe Hendry is defending against Ricky Saints, Ethan Page, and Tony D'Angelo.
I think Tony D gets this.
The only two outcomes that make sense to me is either Joe somehow retains or Tony wins the title.
Yeah, it's one of those two. I don't see Ethan or
Ricky winning the title here because I think their issues are going to cancel each other out.
I think they're going to cause each other to lose the match.
Exactly.
So
yeah, it's either Joe's retaining or Tony's winning.
Yeah, because it's going to be.
I'm fine with either one. I'm fine with either one, honestly.
I can see the point of they have either Ethan or Ricky have it dead to rights, and the other one breaks up the pin, and then they look like, "What are you doing?"
And while they're arguing, the shit happens.
Right. So that's what I got for that. So yeah, no, the card looks awesome. Great, and there were great builds.
Yeah. 5 out of the 6 matches are title matches. The only one that is not title match is Silver and Zarya. And so
have they skipped that?
I really like this. Match? I really like this card. I think this is going to be, if this works out, this is going to be a great show.
Yeah. As far as they didn't stip the Zarya Sol Roka match.
No, they haven't. I thought there would be a stip. I thought maybe like a last woman standing match, maybe. But it's just a straight up grudge match.
Okay, all right. But no, I'm looking forward to it. When does that air? I want to make sure. Is it on
starts
Sunday
at 7 p.m. Eastern time?
On Saturday?
Time. Yep, Saturday night.
Dude,
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch all of it live because I'm gonna be visiting family. So
yeah, I'm gonna be visiting.
Thankfully,
family.
it's on YouTube here in the States, so. Anything I miss, I'll be able to easily watch and replay real easy thanks to YouTube. So
yeah, because I will be sweating bullets for the Final Four because I still am in play for some money monies.
Oh, you are?
Yes, okay. Still in play for some monies.
Human monies.
Yes, human monies. I'm doing that. All right, Justin. This is the end of the segment of Justin. Your Yankees are doing well in baseball. Discuss.
Our pitching is fucking awesome to start the season, and I hope it continues. And we still don't have we don't have Jericho or Rodon, who are both really good, back yet either from injury. That's going to take another few months.
What's Freed's first name?
Max Fried. Max Fried's lights out.
Yeah.
Cam is that kid has got filthy stuff. He's been killing it. And
once Cole comes back,
yeah, if Cole comes back to form from Tommy John, he's expected back by June. Rodon a little bit later, but if Cole comes back to form, and also Rodon's good, this rotation is going to be sweet.
Yeah, and did my I don't think the Reds played today because they just got done with their series.
I didn't know if they did.
I don't think they did.
Yankees were off today. They're going to be playing Soul's Miami Marlins.
No, the Reds play tomorrow. They're starting with the Rangers. So, and then Nashville against the Predators. I'm sweating bullets, man. We're right there for the playoff hunt. For that. But I don't know. We got the Kings, and the Kings. It's between us and the Kings and the Kraken. I believe we're all kind of like neck and neck there, or is it the Blues? I don't know. It's just right there. But you ready for our Ren Wednesday to close out the show?
Yes. Let's go to Wednesday. And this was filmed before it was announced that she was in the title match for Triple Threat. So her being a little down is understandable.
Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Well,
is it happy really?
Mm-hmm.
You're starting to sound like Charles. Please don't.
No, yeah. Okay. I mean, it is a very happy Wednesday, but I am not happy. What? Wednesday. I said Wednesday. I'm confused.
It was a little confusing last night. I'm sure Mr. Michaels will settle it all.
He did think
Okay.
But anyways,
let's not talk about that right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We are in New York. And so we're going to do some New York things to try and help Kendall out, cheer her up.
Mhm.
I love New York, but New York doesn't love me. It's a little
Are you talking about more cake?
not quite.
Hey, New York pizza.
Okay, bye guys.
You want to get some pizza?
I'm gonna get like a whole pie.
A whole pie.
We're at Joe's Pizza.
I feel like this is the size of my head.
Look at those slices,
We're
man.
gonna taste that. Oh my
That's
gosh,
a New
share
York
with
slice.
It's hot.
No, restart. That was so hot. It burned my lip.
Hey, that's what it's best, girls. Here comes my favorite part.
Okay, Wednesday.
Get a cameo.
It's like, hi, Wednesday.
Hi, Wednesday.
Allergic to New York. Love it. Allergic to it.
Pretty good though.
I mean, that pizza.
It's hot.
Yes. The cheese. Yeah.
She didn't even peel it off. She just goes for it.
Just go for it. There you go. Callie.
Does Ren edit these?
It's pretty
I
good.
think she edited some
She
herself.
just dancing and she's a 9 out of 10. Wow.
They got something else they gotta do.
Go on Wednesday.
It's gonna go on right.
That's the superior you see, I talk wrestling, you know, we love they like you.
Oops, sorry. Get off there. Okay.
I
Shout out to Mike
love
Rose
that.
for show there. But yes, Justin, we did it. Thank you all for joining us. Kate,
Love the cameos from Kelly Armstrong and Jenny Parker. Hi, Wednesday.
Hi, Wednesday. Yeah, and Ren does not go shy on the toppings. I mean, not
No.
Ren. Yeah, Ren.
No,
Ren,
that slice she eaten was like loaded.
it was low. Did she have like onions on there too?
Yeah, it was like saw onions, mushrooms. It's like that's my kind of pizza.
Yeah. So shout out to them. But Justin
Kendall,
did
it's
it.
supposed to be hot, baby. That's
Right.
That's when
That's what I'm saying. Like Kendall, you get the shit kicked out of you, and you're still spraying it up, and the pizza's taking you out. Like you're tapping out the pizza. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, I've heard about Joe's Pizza. I've never eaten there, but I've heard about Joe's Pizza
Yeah.
there in Manhattan. So that's a place. Next time I'm ever in Manhattan, I want to stop there.
Yeah. I've never had a true New York slice, as Michael Scott said, it's Sabaros. No.
No.
I'm aware that was just a funny point of the show. But Justin, we did it, guys. Still be the same time next week. But then after that, we will have our WrestleMania preview. And a special guest will be joining us to go over the card. So hope you all see us there. Like, subscribe, ring the doorbell as we go live every Thursday, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. Thank you all so much for joining. We will see you all later. Hold on. Let me get this off because that was doing something weird. All right. See y'all later. Bye.
Bye.